Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Vault Hunters, and we got a lot planned for today, mainly doing with Mekanism and quadrupling ores. And yes, you heard me right, we can quadruple ores with Mekanism. I'll just try and show you how. I've been doing it with osmium. I was doing this on stream, which we did a stream, you know, if you guys didn't catch it, we did have a stream. Yeah, you can go check it out on the channel. I think it's like around 2 hours or something. But we were playing around with these machines. We were also playing around with the machines underneath here, and we got this guy to work, which he's making us HDP pellets, which is amazing because he's using the substract that we have over here. Like, we can pick up like a stack here, yeah, and then you can just toss it over here, so it's actually doing something with this is basically the overflow materials, because we're having an overflow of oxygen and we're having an overflow of liquid ethylene. Ooh, I figured why not just use it to make some HDP pellets, because if we put it over here in the enrichment chamber, they give us the sheets. And if we take a look at what the sheets do, we can do some upgrades, which is really cool. But yeah, that's all pretty cool. But now let's get to quadrupling some ores. Well, shall we? Well, let's start with some of these, like copper, for example. Like, I could put it into the crusher, which will double it, and then cook it. All good and dandy. But if we take a look at here, if we put it into the chemical injection chamber, we can see that it gives us 4 copper shards. If we then put this into a purification chamber, it gives us a copper clump. Then if we put it into a crusher, it gives us a dirty copper. And then if we put it into an enrichment chamber, it gives us copper dust. And then of course, if we cook it, then we will have a copper ingot. So it takes like 5 machines, but we can quadruple the ore. But of course, it's not as easy as you might think. One of the things that you're going to be needing is salt, which is this. You kind of go into the rivers basically, and you can find it like it's pretty plentiful if you want to go around and mine it yourself. But there's other ways of actually getting what salt gives you. But those are either, well, slower if you kind of think about it, but they're automatic and they don't require you to keep like constantly going to the river, and they're basically self-sufficient, because eventually you run out of salt and you kind of have to keep going like further and further away in order to find salt blocks. So we gotta delve into that a little bit. And there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can put the salt directly into an enrichment chamber, it will give you 4. Or if you just place it down normally and then just use like something that actually does not have silk touch or something like that, it will give you 4 as well. So you can go like both ways. Of course, if you have like tons of salt blocks, this would probably be the best option, the enrichment chamber, because it would automatically do it. If you don't have that much, you can just do it by hand. And then if we go over here, you can see there's a little bit of a progress bar already here on the osmium, because if I toss the salt in, you can see it's going to consume my salt to gain up hydrogen, and then it's going to slowly do this. But you can see exactly how much it's going to be needed. Like, it was 60 salt, and this like did like half, probably something around half. I'd say it's around 2 stacks of salt for 1 osmium ore, just one osmium ore. I can actually make this output into the right if I kind of think about it. So its output is into the right, and this has an input. So if we probably just go over here and we give it auto eject. Why are you not putting? Oh, I see why. It's gonna like get it from the side, but I kind of want it to be the yellow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got 4 osmium shards. Now this will be outputting into here, so we'll slowly getting more osmium shards. Then we need the purification chamber, which I don't remember what I put it. I probably use it down here for something else, right? Yeah, here it is, the purification chamber, because the purification chamber needs oxygen to work. Now, luckily for me, I have oxygen being produced over here as a byproduct of the separation of water. So I'd say we are good there. Now, does this thing said it was using hydrogen? It is using hydrogen. So I have hydrogen stopped here as well. I do. I think if I do this correctly and rearrange some of these wiring and tubes and whatnot, I can make a full automated assembly line that actually keeps my chemical injection chamber powered constantly without me needing salt. Maybe? I was going like a whole different way on about this. Okay, I think I got it set up. I only need to do the gases here, but basically it's chemical injection into purification chamber, into a crusher, into enrichment chamber, into an energized smelter. Now the gases should be fairly simple to do. First of all, we got to deal with oxygen, and I just messed this guy up a lot. Uh-oh, how do I like undo you, guy? There you go. There we go. You're not gonna get anything from there, and you're okay. I gotta go to the other side because apparently that tube did not like me at all. There we go, like this. Now the oxygen one is a purification chamber. There we go. It does have this oxygen there. Now that is not what I wanted to do. I gotta shift right click there. Perfect. So that does not do anything, and I gotta break it now. Okay, if I put it, I gotta do it on that one. There you go. You're gonna do nothing. And if I place you, there we go. So I gotta be careful. So I don't break these guys. Okay. It's gonna be really weird. Okay, that one's back to normal. Well, that's gonna be really complicated now that I think about it, because we need that too. I just used all my pressurized tubes. Okay, I gotta do some more, but I need to bring that one here. Yep, I remembered it correctly. I cannot directly use hydrogen there because I need hydrogen chloride. But if we take a look here, for example, here, there we go. We just need a chemical infuser that's going to be using our hydrogen that we have left with, well, chlorine. Now the chlorine also needs to be separated from flowing brine or brine, and it will give us sodium and the chlorine. Now the sodium will be used later into the fission reactor, so if there's anything sort of a tank, we're probably going to be using it to store this. If we can, I don't even know if we can. But the flowing brine or the brine, we have to get it through here, basically, through the thermal evaporation chamber, which is gonna be using regular water, and it's gotta give us brine. Now this is a slow process, I think. I'm not sure. I still have to check on the, not the recipe, but I'll have to check on the building material, like how you build, because this is a multi-structure block. This is not just one single block. You kind of have to like get an area to put it around, and I want to see how I can maximize it, but I think I can only maximize it later on when I get mechanism generators. Okay, so I believe it should be something like this. I'm not sure if I have enough of these evaporation blocks. I may not have. These corners need to be filled in. I will be piping in the hydrogen here. I'll be piping in water here. I should be piping out the output there. Yeah, we'll be needing a couple more of these. But thankfully, these guys are actually pretty easy to make. So if I just go here, there's just some steel and some copper. There we go. And then to make the controllers, you gotta use some glass, a bucket, and 2 advanced circuits. And to make these guys, you need 1 advanced circuit and 4 of these evaporation blocks. So I believe that as soon as I build this, it should immediately turn into something. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. It has a temperature of 295K. Huh. Is that good or is that bad? I'm actually not that sure, because if we take a look at what the chlorine needs to be made, or the brine, it needs a temperature of 300, and I do not have 300. I only have 295K. So is how bad is that? Like how much more do I actually need? Because I know there's ways to actually heat these up. There's a few machines that I can use if I could find them. Probably here. Did they actually, not this, not the separator. I know there's one that uses energy to produce heat. Energized smelter? No, that's not the one. Digital miner. I think it's something heat. Let's see if I type for heat. Superheating element, that's not it. Resistive heater. Is this it? A condense converting. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. If we make this guy over here, which I believe we can. Okay, there we go. I made the resistive heater. So can I place it there? How does that work? Resistive temperature. Temperature is 200. I need it to be at least 300. Oh, this is the usage. Oh. Do you receive power from there? You do. Are you heating up? You're not. You're heating up. Do a lot. I'm gonna turn this down into 150. 50? Like, how much is this draining my? It's not draining my energy. It's not draining it at all, but it's also not heating up. So I'm guessing it has to be in a valve. Dissipated, energized. I'm guessing it has to be linked into a valve. Okay, let's just put it over here. Okay, it doesn't have any other outputs, but if I put it here, yeah, it needs to be linked into a valve. That's kind of bad, because it means I need to make another one of these guys, which I'm gonna put it over there. But okay, we can do that. We can we craft this? Like straight up craft? Yes. Okay. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We also may need to push this one block further, or maybe just put it here like this, and it is something like that. Okay, it's not the prettiest, but if it works, right? So we just do that, and it should be heating up. Yes, 500 is a good temperature. I should, oh, okay, I need to give it like 80. Yeah, to just go a little bit above the 300 mark. So this will hopefully be above the 300 mark. Now I need water. So that means I gotta replicate the system right here where we get a little bit of power. The solar panel, you're not needed anymore because there's no sun, bro. There's no sun, man. I need to make another electrical pump. Is it hard to make an electrical pump? Like, there's a lot of things going on right now. I hope I can pull this out. I can. That is so good. And then we just gotta pull some energy over here, and then I gotta make a 3 by, or basically just a 1 by 3 pull of water actually, and we just gotta put it something like that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. And then just need some water cables and put some water here, and then we're done. My boys, we have brine. Now we still need to process this through an electronic separator to get sodium and chlorine. The chlorine needs to go into a chemical infuser with hydrogen to make hydrogen chloride. Still a lot to do. Okay, now I believe I have everything with the electrogenic separator and the chemical infuser. I believe this is the first one. It's going to use brine. It's going to separate it into chlorine and sodium. So I'm going to put this guy right here, like right over there. So is the separator? Yes. Okay. Or do I need like the items to come in from the back? I don't know. I don't know where the items need to come through. I know that I'm gonna put it through there. So I need to grab my universal pipes. I think I put them into here. Yes, they're here. Why do I have pretty pipes? I don't know. But yeah, I can put it into here. Transporter config. You have, what's your inputs? You have an output to the right. You have energy on the back. Gonna put energy on the bottom though. You have output on the left, and you have an input is on the front. I don't think I want you to go like that. I think I want you to have like output in the front, input on the right. Why are you not inputting the brine? Do I need to configure this thing somehow? Dissipated water, brine. We have some technical issues. Okay, problem solved. I even upgraded it too, but apparently my wrench had a like it was set for maybe some other type of thing, but now it's fixed. It's now pulling in. It's now starting to get in the brine, which as soon as I give this thing power, which I'm gonna give it through the back. I think through the back is probably the best. If I just get my cables out, just through there he goes. It should now start working. Yes, it is working. It's now giving us sodium and chlorine. Now chlorine will need to be inputted into here. Okay, so now if I just double down here, why did you not link there? Are you the output? Don't tell me you're the output. You're probably the output, aren't you? Wait, what? What do you mean? Am I missing something? Transport side config. Exit on input, and the output is at the front. So do I like have to configure this? It's not doing anything. It has a gas. This thing has chlorine. Oh, I haven't out. Wait. So you have an output at the front for, well, gases. No one output the blue one. You're not dumping any excess. Don't dump. Oh no. There we go. I keep messing up with the tubes, man. I just keep using like all the other tubes that are not the right ones. Because there's like 4 different types of tubes. And we have hydrogen chloride. This is perfect because we can now link it up to this guy. And then we should have everything good and dandy. Though we do need to have like a faster production here. Probably here. I think everything else is doing great. This guy's keeping up. Everything is keeping up. I just need to make this guy work faster, and I can make him speed upgrades. Now if you take a look at the upgrades, they're gonna take osmium dust, which means I need to go mining because I'm really low on osmium. I think we have it. It took a really long spaghetti, but here it is. Hydrogen chloride. Ah, that's so good. Now if we go up here, perfect, it's now producing. Then it goes into here. We have the oxygen here. Then it goes into the crusher, and it's not doing anything because I have a ton of salt. And I can remove the salt, and we're great here. I can keep like a stack of salt there in case something goes wrong, and then we can just stock this bad boy up. And now we have, well, an osmium producing factory. Now I do still need to put eject. Perfect. This guy still needs to output into a chest. I did also upgrade the enrichment factory because of the salt, because I had a lot of salt. As soon as I start upgrading these guys a little bit more, I'll need to upgrade this guy. One of the things that probably needs upgraded is the purification chamber, because it receives 4 items at a time. So it could go with an upgrade to produce 3 items at a time. And then this guy will then subsequently need to be upgraded as well. And then this one, and probably the smelter as well. But with all that said, guys, I just showed you how to quadruple your ores. This works for basically most of the ores. Take a look at copper, for example. You know what? I'm actually gonna just quadruple this copper. But if you're wondering about redstone, you gotta use just the enrichment chamber, and you get 12. And I did the testing. Don't worry, I did the testing on the last stream, and yes, it is more reliable. You get more redstone if you put into the enrichment chamber. It's better even if you use Fortune 8, because Fortune 8 can be inconsistent. So if you just do that, you should be fine. Okay, so apparently copper uses a little bit more salt. Huh. Okay, that's all right. It works the same for iron. If we go and take a look over here, iron might take a little bit of a detour. No, there it goes. Chemical injection chamber, iron shards, it's quadrupling the ores. Something, for example, like lead. Does it work on lead? It does work on lead. For example, if you're low on these resources, you just use that. Nickel, energized smelter, crusher. Okay, on nickel you cannot use it. If you want to double it, you gotta go into a crusher. Yeah, you gotta go into the crusher if you want to double this guy. But that's all right. So like a few of them may have it, a few of them may not, because they're not like connected to the mod pack. But that's okay. You can see it's working wonders. This guy now is missing. We can try and see if there's any backlog somewhere. It's basically this guy who's not being fast enough producing, and I probably should be dumping the excess of sodium for now. It's not gonna change anything. This guy is filled up. This guy is filled up. So the brine is flowing in. This is flowing in the hydrogen. Wait, hydrogen chloride. No. Yo, what? Hello. You. Okay, you're fixed. Oh. Oh, okay. You don't want to dump. I want to dump this excess. Okay, is everything back working now? Oh, it is. It is. Okay, so it stopped because that thing was full. Okay, now it's actually going up. Perfect. And that, guys, with all that said and all that troubleshooting, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. If you have any cool ideas on anything you want me to do, please let me know down below. And see ya in the next stream. Video. Stream? Yeah, stream as well. Bye.